15 and subtract that from this. What do you get? Or add it, I'm sorry, add it to it. What do you get?
$70.28.
I'm sorry, what?
70.28.
And that's why you'll get it wrong, because that is the correct answer. You cannot, remember this, you cannot back in an original price. You can't do it, because you're assuming that the final price is the price that you're taking the percentage off of. You can't do that.
I'm confused.
I'm here. What are you confused about?
Okay, at the bottom where you have, I don't know, I'm just really lost now.
Alright, do you understand this formula?
Yeah,
Alright,
I got that, like I got writing that down, but then I got confused.
alright, what's 1 minus 0.23?
Oh, okay.
$1 minus 23
Yeah.
cents is equal to 77 cents. And then to get rid of multiplying by 0.77, you divide by 0.77 and you get that. This is an example of how not to do it.
Why do they teach us that?
Hmm?
Why do they teach us that?
I'm sorry.
Why do they teach us
They teach, well, what happens is they teach you the problem like this. This is what they teach you. They teach you, you got a shirt.
Wow.
That costs $27, and it is 20% off. They want to know the final price. They teach you those. And then they tell you the original price, and then you're supposed to, and you can't go backwards with it. So,
Isn't that because like 20% of 56 is different than 20% of 74?
exactly. Because you cannot take it off of the final price. Because you don't know what the original price was. You have to know what the original price was in order to back it off. You can't do it. You can't go this way if you want to know the original price. So this would be 27. This is the one you could actually do the sentence problem on. 27% or 20% of 27 is, and then do another step. Or you could do the Walmart equation. Oops, sorry. You could do the Walmart equation and just do 27. And what is it? Off minus 0.2 of 27 is equal to the total cost. Now, you don't need a calculator for this, because 10% of 27 is what? 2.7, Hubert. That's right, 2.7, and then 20% would be 5.4. 5.4 off of this would be what, 21.6? So your answer should come out to be 21.6. Somebody check it with your calculator. Of course it is. Now, you should be able to do that in the store too. You go to Belk's, and Belk's has a shirt, blouse, whatever, and it's on a table and it says 30% off, and the tag says $27, but it's marked through, and then it says $15.60. Well, you're going to get 30% off of $15.60. Well, 10% would be what? 1.56. So what do you do to 10% to get 30? Multiply by 3. So you take that 10%, multiply it by 3, and dang old 8, 6, 1, 4. $4.68 off of this would be dang old what? That's $5 right there, so it'd be around $11.60 or $10.60, somewhere around that. Of course, you're not trying to find out to the penny when you're just going through shopping. You're trying to find out how much you're spending, and that's how you find that out. Percentage, I meant the Walmart equation. I do test you on this a good bit. So out of the work I mean, in chapter 3, or whatever chapter we're in, what chapter are we in, 5? In 11.1, taxes, tips, discounts, Walmart equation. See, she got discouraged and left her books too. All right, so let's say you go to Outback. That's my favorite restaurant.
Me too. They have this new steak that's wrapped in bacon.
No, you don't do that steak. I mean, you don't do that steak.
Are you kidding me?
You don't put
Do
anything
you
on
get their
steak.
macaroni and cheese? That's $1 extra.
You go get grandma food at Outback. I don't want to go to grandma food at Outback.
I also get ribs and the pumpernickel bread. On point.
Only thing I go to Outback for is the prime rib, and I get the biggest one, and I don't even care about sides. 'cause
That's
it
what I had
covers
for
up the whole plate.
graduation.
That's all I get. All right, so we go to Outback, and we get 2 meals. We got appetizers. Gotta have onion. Dang old blooming onion. So we get a blooming onion. Not blooming, that's blooming onion. Refreshments. We order our food, 2 meals. And of course, we gotta get that dang old chocolate, dang old ice cream, dang old brownie. Gotta get that. And we may get a couple more refreshments. Okay? So we get that, and we got a great, you can't call them waitresses or waitresses anymore, you call them
Server.
servers, yeah. The politically correct term. The waitress or the waiter brings us bill, and the bill, let's see, 8, let's say that refreshments, they got 2 refreshments each, that'd be dang old,
$6.
about 16, 32, 50, so close to 70, and 80, then some more refreshments, that'd be another 20. So about 105, 150, let's say 115. Okay, 115 bucks, and you want to leave that waitress or waiter, because I don't use politically correct terms, you want to use that waiter or waitress, you want to give them a good tip. Let's say you want to give, you don't want to give 25%, but 20% is a good tip. Let's say you give 23%. You want to give them 23% because you want them to know that they did a good job, but you want to give them a little bit extra. So what is the final tally on the bill? And then we'll do one opposite, and then you see if you can tell what the total price was.
141.
I have no idea, I haven't done it.
I don't know what you do.
Well, 10% would be 11.5. 11.5 would be 23 bucks. 23 bucks, 26.
40.
I'd say 26 bucks is going to be around it. So 26 would be 141. I'd say it's around 141 bucks.
You are correct. 141.
Give or take some change. So 115 plus 0.23 times 115 is equal to blank. Now, can somebody tell me what practical application this can have? Because not everybody goes to Outback. But what else is added to the total?
Tax.
Taxes. Okay? So 115, somebody give me your calculated, because I did estimate. Give me 23% times 115. Give me the 2 decimal places. What is it?
1 and 6.
I'm sorry, what?
26.45.
26.45. And that comes out to be 141.45. Now, of course, you'd probably make it even 150, but you know you're at least giving them what? 23%. Question, gripe, complaint. All right? So let's say you go to Ma and Pa's and you go out on a date and go to Ma and Pa's fish house.
Mama pins.
Yeah, Mama Pins. And you order, they don't have refreshments at Mama, you just get tea. So, 2 teas, 2 meals, and they don't have, they just have apple pie, so you just get two apple pies. Do you know I've lived in Anderson all my life and I've only eaten at Mama Pins one time
Same.
and I didn't like it.
Never went back.
Never went back. And people go crazy over it. I guess because I had a mama that would outcook Mama Pins any day of the week, and that's probably why I don't, just like skins. If you ever had one of my mama's hot dogs with her chili that she makes and it's red, it's not beige. Okay, I don't believe it's beige chili.
Light skin chili.
Have you ever seen beige chili up there? I mean, it's beige.
Disgusting.
It's, yeah. And if you took my mama's hot dog, it'd be looking like this. I've learned how to do her chili too. I can't draw what crap, but anyway, I know this is like not having anything to do with, there's the bun
Nice.
and hot dog, and then my mama puts chili on like this thick, and it's like sitting, I mean, you grab it, it just like falls off. And here's the Skins hot dog, and it's got that pink weenie, and then you got that beige chili. That's what a Skins hot dog looks like. I'm sorry, there's no comparison.
If it doesn't make a mess, it ain't worth it.
Yeah, exactly. And another thing, I will not buy weenies at the grocery store that turns the water pink. Have you ever had that? You are eating parts of animals if you're doing that, because that's nasty. Anyway,
It's watercolor.
dang old food color. Now, I have no idea. Oh, that's Mama Pins. I've never eaten once at Mama Pins. Now, you get there and you eat there, and the bill, she don't even ask you for a tip. She goes ahead and what?
Puts it in.
Puts it in there, and that dang old $4, dang old $16, $4.20 plus $3, $4 there, so $24. Let's say $25. And she goes ahead and she throws in $30.20. Oops. And down at the bottom of the ticket, you see that our servers automatically do 20% tip.
That's bullshit.
Chili's did that there.
We're going to censor that.
No.
Aldo included, okay, 15%.
I had the worst waiter ever at Olive Garden, and I just wanted to punch him in between the genitalia.
Wow. Tell you, let's censor that too.
I don't feel comfortable with
And
it.
he tipped himself like 20%, which was like $15. I was like, drop over and leave.
I went to, first time I was stationed in Quantico, Virginia. Me and my buddy Dutton went out to an establishment. We got something to eat, and it was a bar. And the bartender took our $20 bill, and guess what?
Kept it.
She kept it. And of course, Dutton's worse than I am. I'm a big tipper compared to Dutton. Dutton gives like quarters, okay? Dutton said, hey, wait a minute, where's my change? And so people up north, they automatically just take the change and they won't get back to you. Anyway, that's what she did. She did this. And I want to know the price of the meal. Well, again, the only way you can do this without doing 2 or 3 steps is the percentage, is one more equation. X plus or minus percentage X is equal to the total. Now, are you adding a tip or subtracting a tip? You're adding, so that's going to be X plus 0.15X is equal to what, 30/20? Dang old John Deere tractor, 30/20. So that's 1.15. Does somebody take 30/20 and divide it by 1.15? Somebody give me that number.
5.15?
1.15.
26.26.
26.26, so the meal costs $26. And you've given her
$4.
basically a $5 tip, or almost, yeah, $4 tip.
What gets me is they automatically think you're gonna tip them.
Yep.
I saw that once. I don't know where it was, but my mom like really flipped shit.
That happened to me at Chili's one time, it pissed me off.
You gotta read that receipt.
Can we put like negative something, something?
You give
Like in a tip line?
No, you're supposed to leave what? On a tip, what are you supposed to leave with a server that is really sucks? What are you supposed to leave?
I don't know.
A what?